Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the group. And welcome to the 3-day challenge with me, where we are going to ride the holiday high, set your goal, and create the best year ever. Let me do a quick introduction of myself. Who am I? My name is Shi Nian, and I'm a software engineer. I was climbing the corporate ladder until one day I lost my passion and I lost my direction. I just keep on working blindly. Without that direction, I got burned out. And that was the point when I started to search for the life I want, for the meaning of my life. And after a few years of searching and continuous learning, I am now a hypnotherapist and a master NLP practitioner. NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. If you're interested, you may go Google it. Why am I doing this challenge? The reason I'm doing this challenge is because throughout the years, I learned so many systems. There are a lot of methods. I have a few tips and tricks, and there are some techniques that I learned. It feels selfish to just keep it to myself. And I know if what I'm doing here existed 10 years ago, I wouldn't have burned out. I would have had some direction. I will create some kind of vision, and those visions can help me move forward. I'm sharing this with my fellow members in the group because it's the right thing to do. I'm not selling anything. I'm not promoting any products in this challenge. I'm only asking you, if you find the challenge helpful, please share it with your friends. Invite them to join the group. We can grow together and enjoy some good times, all of us in the group. And let's dive into day one. As of this moment, you should already downloaded the workbook and print it out. If you haven't, it's fine. Prepare some pen and paper because we're going to write a bunch of stuff down. Today, day one, we're going to focus on reflecting and recharging. There are some simple exercises. We're going to help you reflect the best moments of the past year. Before I talk about anything from the workbook, I would like to start with an introduction of an NLP technique. We call it anchor. An anchor is a stimulus. It can be a word, a gesture, some kind of sound, or a physical object that can trigger some particular response or some emotional state. For example, there might be some kind of music or a specific song you listen to as you grow up. When you were a kid, you might feel happy, excited at that time, or emotional at that time. And now you are grown up. Listen to the music again. All of a sudden brings you back to that time. You feel the excitement again, or the emotion all over again, because that song or that music is an anchor to you. Or you might have a family photo that reminds you of a trip that you went with your family. Not only you have that memory, when you see the picture, you feel the excitement, you feel the happiness, just like you were there on the trip. Because that picture is also an anchor to you. With an anchor, we can store a specific state by anchoring that to a stimulus. Or we can trigger a specific state by triggering that stimulus. And what we're going to do is a gesture. In this challenge, you're going to create a specific anchor that is useful to you. We're going to call it positive anchor. In my case, mine is pressing my thumb and ring finger of my non-dominant hand together. The reason I'm doing this is because it is unique. I wouldn't accidentally trigger it. It is easily reproducible. And it is not a previous anchor that I have used. I find a specific point to do that. And lastly, it is covert. For example, I store my confidence with this gesture. When I'm doing this challenge, I trigger my confident anchor. When I trigger it, I feel confident and I can easily talk to you guys. So what I suggest you is find a gesture. You may use mine if you don't have that, or create another one. I know some people use their earlobe. They compress their earlobe. It doesn't look weird in a meeting. Or they do touch the tip of their finger. You choose what you do. But the point is, it has to be unique, easily reproducible, and covert. Now, let's talk about the part 1 of your workbook. The first thing we're going to do is activate. This activate is taught by one of my many mentors, and his name is Mike Mandel. He's telling us, hey, with some easy steps, you can easily activate a good state. So first thing you want to do is identify your triple warmer point. When you look at the back of your hand, imagine lines coming down from your ring finger and your pinky. It makes a V shape about 1 inch down from the base of your fingers. Where the two lines meet, you will feel a slight indentation, and that's where the triple warmer point is. Look at your hand and identify your own triple warmer point. Okay? And use your other hand's index finger and middle finger together. Tap firmly and quickly on that point, as what I'm showing you now. And when you do this, repeat a series of statements. And you have to make sure that say it as though you mean them. I am energetic. I am feeling great. I am a learning machine. I am feeling awesome. And when you say, I am feeling awesome, anchor them in your positive anchor. Okay, so what you're doing is, again, find your triple warmer, tap firmly and quickly, and say a bunch of I am statements. Say it as though you mean it. I am energetic. I am feeling great. I am a learning machine. And I am feeling awesome as you anchor it. This is a step we're going to do every day in this challenge. This will trigger some kind of good feeling for you. And every time you do this, you are storing the good feeling more and more. Now, let's go to the reflect part. Think of a specific time in 2024 when you felt totally in flow. You felt energetic. You feel successful. And you feel you are in balance. Take a moment to reflect on that experience. At that specific time, what did you see? What did you hear? What did you feel? And where in your body do you feel this energy? And as you feel that, find a word or a phrase for that specific state. It might be confident, excited, ecstatic. Find your own word and write it down. Let's say you feel excited. Okay? Let's say you feel excited. Whatever word you use. Let's say I pick excited. I want to go to that specific time when I felt totally excited. What I want you to do is see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt, and anchor it. Okay? Do this with me. If you haven't got that far, you don't understand anchor, go back and watch the beginning of the video. If I'm going too fast, feel free to pause anytime. Because this is recording, I'm not going to pause for you. But idea is, find the time, go back to that time, see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you feel, and anchor it. Do you smell coffee? Okay, I know it was a weird question. The reason I'm doing do you smell coffee is because I have to distract you. Because I'm going to take you to another specific time in 2024 when you feel totally, completely in flow. Go back to that time. See what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel what you felt. Now, what word would you use to describe that experience? It might be a different word. It might be the same word. The reason I was distracting you is because if it is a different word, I don't want you to mix those two feelings because they are two different feelings. They're both positive state, but they're different. But we're going to anchor both of them in the same spot. Let's say now you feel confident. If you feel confident, anchor it. Good. We need to do this a third time. Is it raining in your area? Again, that was just a distraction. So I want you to go back to another specific time where you feel completely in flow, energetic, a very good state. Pick your own state. Go back to that time. See what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel what you feel. Now, what is the one word or phrase that you will use to describe that experience? Once you have that in mind, anchor that. And now, we're going to the next exercise. It is the wheel of life. Now I have 8 categories or 8 areas listed below. Career/work, health, relationships, finances, personal growth, creativity, fun/leisure, and self-care. I want you to find these areas and rate them from the scale 1 to 10. 1 being bleh, terrible. 10 being great. I'm extremely satisfied. Okay? I want you to take the time to draw something on the wheel of life. Of course, you can feel free to customize the areas that you want to work on. It might not be the 8 that I listed. You might say, hey, I want to work on family. I want to work on health and fitness. Or I want to work on something spiritually. Whatever you want to pick. And we're going to use the wheel of life to list, to show you what area you want to improve on. So in the workbook, I provide you an empty template of the wheel of life. One of the template shows you the 8 areas that I listed, and there's another one that is totally blank. You just have to fill those areas that you want to work on. And some areas might be 5, some areas might be 3.5, some areas might be 7 and 8, whatever. After you fill them out, it might look like this. I'm randomly pick a number and I just fill the graph. And in this specific graph, I can see the lowest graph, that the lowest part of the wheel is career/work. It has the lowest score, it's 4. Or finances looks fairly low, it's a 5. Creativity, I have 6. Those 3 areas are the areas I find, hey, I'm lacking, so I might want to work on those. Document those areas, 1 or 2 or 3 areas you want to work on. Pick one of those that is the lowest out of the 3. It will help you the greatest. Once you pick the area, based on the wheel of life exercise, ask yourself these questions. Why is this area important? What will achieving balance in this area give you? Think of it in a bigger picture. Okay? Now you're doing this, write it down in the workbook. And this is it for day 1. In the workbook, I provide a few prompts for you to keep you in high energy. I hope you enjoyed day 1, and I will see you tomorrow in the group. Thank you for playing along, and I'll see you tomorrow.